controversial boxing, man. I'm here y'all today, man, to kind of just brush y'all up on the action from yesterday and a little, recent news that I have heard about a couple other boxers. First of all, Clarissa Shields, she successfully defended her undisputed heavyweight title against Lonnie Daniels yesterday. The fight was a good fight the last couple of rounds to me personally, but it seemed like, well, it didn't seem like it. Lonnie Daniels was running a whole lot, like literally running. She did in the first 3 rounds, I think it was like 2 punches per round. The first 3 rounds, you know what I mean? But she did admit that she was scared of Clarissa before it even started, jumped off, you know what I mean? She did admit that, but still, all in all, so the last couple of rounds, she fought back a little bit. It made it a little interesting. She, I gotta give her credit. She took all the punches that Clarissa, hit her with. She took the punches. So I was thinking in my head, like, why don't you just really fight? That you probably could have had a chance to win, you know what I mean? But the GWOAT, Clarissa Shields, man, the champion, the greatest of all time, women boxer, has done it again and retained her undefeated record. Also, Tony Harris defeated the fighter that he fought last night. My board fell down. I'll try to do the dude's name. Edward Diaz. I didn't want to get mixed up. He defeated Edward Diaz by unanimous decision last night as well. And that's how that went, you know what I mean? Which we figure, Clarissa Shields going to come out on top, but I felt like Lonnie Daniels could have probably gave her a better chance than that. I'm thinking like, you're natural at that weight. You have some kind of issue, you know what I mean? Not just run, but it is what it is, man. I can't tell a person how to box, can't tell a person how to make their money, but that does suck for the sport of boxing on that tip. Another thing is, man, with Tank Davis, man, what's going on with my boy Tank, man? I wanted to see Roach and Tank thug it out, man. I really wanted to see Roach and Tank thug it out this second match because I thought it was going to be way different because it was kind of like a wake-up call for Tank is what I was thinking. More of a wake-up call, and he was going to come back dominant, but apparently, through some local news and my guy Blue Blood, I get a little news from, Tank basically violated his probation or something like that and had to go back to jail, and the fight's off. Roach going on by his mission or whatever, to fight whoever you're gonna fight next or whatever the case may be, and we probably will never get that fight. You know what I mean? But mental health is a very important thing. So Tank, if he need that time off, let him take that time off. It's cool. I know as a fan, I want to see that fight, and I was geared up for that fight. Some people just feel like, hey, I'm not gonna do it right now because of how I feel or what's going on with me, and I can respect that. Don't like it, but I can respect it. You know what I mean? Another thing is, we got Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr., man. It's a lot of stuff going on. I think it was saying something about Devin Haney might have been juicing or something like that. A lot of static going on around that fight. That fight comes up pretty soon. And I don't know what it was, but I guess some of Devin Haney's team was telling them maybe to pull out of the fight and not fight for whatever reason it was. Not go back and dig into it deep because this is a whole different story. But he don't want to pull out the fight. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do a little more research and find out, see if I can find exactly why he don't want to pull out that fight or whatever, or what's going on with that. And I'm going to get back with you guys on that because I think it's going to be a really exciting fight if the fight happens with Brian Norman Jr. and Devin the Dream Haney. Brian Norman, he's a puncher. He's a good puncher. Everybody look for Devin to win. Me personally, I think Brian Norman got a good chance of beating Devin. You know what I mean? Everybody, first of all, can get beat. And then also Devin got a major point to prove as well. So he might just want to, make sure y'all understand that I'm still one of those guys. Like, because I had an incident of loss of a guy that, was said to be on steroids, you know what I mean, on juice. What you got to show him record, but you got to do your thing, I got to see what you got to do. I got to see what you can do, Devin, man. Don't take nothing from you, bro. I know shit happens, man, but hey, you got to goddamn fight, bro. Like, for real. And that's about it, man. I just want to kind of brush you guys up on what happened yesterday with Clarissa Shields. The GWOAT came through undefeated, undisputed heavyweight world champion. I think she be heavyweight, yeah. And there it is, man. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Y'all do 3 things for me, man. Like, subscribe, and slap that bell for updates and notifications to the channel. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you guys for locking in with me. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Y'all do me that favor, man. Help me pump the channel up, and I appreciate it, man. And without further ado, it's your boy DCB Dean's Controversial Boxing, and I'm out, man. Peace.